she's also adept in the chop. Oh, goodness sakes. She's calling for it. The double chop. And that's it, folks. Well done, Rekka Tahaka. Steel just put a boot in Lola.
I want you to come to the ring with me tonight. Would you be okay with that?
Mean Mike embarrassed himself and cost us the match. Again, I am defending champion, and I am defending against mildly agitated Mike. Kick out! Kick out! Kick!
Mean Mike has done it. He is the new Devotional So Well Worldwide Intercontinental Champion. Ender Sowell's the only one who can lose a championship that he invented and only he recognizes.
And you know what, Tombstone Jesus? You're a loser. Your mother's a... Just make it bigger.
Throwing the baby out with the bathwater. On the outside of the ring now, but he missed Bishop. Glade comes in to the rescue of his Zuren master and delivers a devastating powerbomb.
Let's rule this a no contest. No contest. The Harlem Knights. The Citrus Express.
And the two of them bringing down Manny. Lemons pushing over into his corner. Tom Chad went for a tag on Manny's back, but our official he's not called the tag. No, he says no tag. There no tag. All competitors in the ring, complete chaos, looking for a chance to finish this, and Manny goes for a pin. 3, that's it, folks. Shades of 2 weeks ago when Manny made the pin and Tom Chad accused him of stealing his thunder.
Be a man and shake my dang hand!
You're better than that, Tom Chad. Good job. Oh my gosh! Oh no. Oh my gosh! He's just tombstoned Lemons. Welcome to a new episode of Devotion Championship Wrestling. This was the scene right outside the DCW arena. Manny Lemons and Tom Chad coming to blows in the parking lot.
Good idea, huh?
Are you alright? Are you okay?
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by the awesome one, Joe Barton, and representing the Black Horseman from the 5280, weighing in at 285 pounds, the final boss, Bruce Wayans.
Right out of the starting blocks, we are running, folks. I'm Lauren Gardner, the Cicerone. Thanks for joining us.
Recording live. This is the final boss, Bruce Wayans. This is the awesome one, Joe Barton. And we represent the Black Horseman, baby. And I got news for all of you suckers and you suckettes.
I think he means women.
Chango Bronson is coming out here. And Chango, the mad showman, blah, blah, shut it up.
Of course, Chango beat Barton last week.
Gotta win? Not on my watch. And the final boss don't wear no watch. Yeah.
He's got jokes.
Bring that sucker out here so I can take him to Slam Town. Because I'm going to beat Chango up, and then I'm going to beat him down. And you're going to watch, lady. So keep all 4 of those eyes on the final boss.
Oh, now that's just mean.
And his opponent, from the Madhouse, weighing in at 233 pounds, the Mad Showman, Chango S. Bronson.
The out tour here to deliver his own demonstration in art through pain. With 1 win under his belt, let's see if he can string 2 together tonight against another Black Horseman. We are off. I told you folks, out of the starting blocks, this show is running. Looks like we got some old-timey boxing going on maybe here. I think Chango's definitely adept in it. The master of the misdirect. The Mad Showman. The house cat must play with its food, he says. For a second, I thought we were going by Queensberry rules here, but instead, perhaps the foxtrot. No, the fox trip, that is. Presenting for the people, always Chango. Bruce Wayans, not happy with the whimsy that the Mad Showman is bringing to the ring. Of course, always with the Black Horseman, you've got to watch out for the second man in the singles match. Outside today, it is Joe Barton. By the tie, Chango jumping around. He's wearing a tutu. I just noticed that. I don't know if it was the tutu I noticed or his prance, but he does deliver his line. In this case, it was a clothesline. Wayans up to his feet, pitches the tie, distracting the Mad Showman, and now this has given a definite advantage to Bruce Wayans, the brawliest brawler of the brawlers, pulling Chango up by his ears, whips him across the ring into the corner, ricochets off the turnbuckle. Oh, and now, oh gosh, one of the prettiest standing splashes there is. Chango kicks out at 2. Our sophomore official, Sean, refereeing this match. Oh, did you see that forearm right with the thumb knuckle across the nose? Now again, whipping Chango. Oh, and another ricochet off of the turnbuckle. Chango definitely, if he's got any breath left in him, it's definitely short. Another, no, this time the boss's elbow. Swing and a miss for Bruce Wayans. Chango now, a proven mat master, mastering BJJ, but now reverse into a pin, kicks back out, beautifully done by Chango. Wayans gets to the ropes, and our official starts a count to break. And Chango making use of his count. Both competitors slow to get to their feet, but oh my gosh, did you hear that? Whipping around at the height of its fulcrum. That's classic Bruce Wayans. He gets the crowd chanting one more time and then yells at them to shut up. He says that's for him. Oh, come on now. Bruce Wayans could have the fans in his pocket if he wanted, but instead he treats them like crap. Oh, another whip into the corner. Telegraphed and delivered a hip attack right into the guts of Chango. Chango has not really been able to string much together in this match so far. Oh, goodness sakes. And again, we'll see if it works this time for him, and it does. Chango reversing into a spinal lock. 2, able to kick out his Bruce Wayans. He's got to be upset about that, but I'm telling you, you cannot sleep on Chango. His mat IQ is insanely high, and the tutu is a distraction, folks. The guy is a wizard when it comes to submission moves. Right now, blocking a vertical suplex. There he goes for the inside cradle. 1, 2. Oh, kicks out at 2. I'm telling you, he has a counter for just about everything. And not just a counter, but a counter that turns offensively into a pin. However, right now, with a stranglehold, the official breaking it up. Bruce Wayans throughout this entire match has definitely been attacking the respiratory system of Chango, making it so he's having a hard time breathing, which is smart for Bruce Wayans. Chango has definitely got the stamina advantage in this bout. So it's a good way to take that advantage away from him, is just make it hard for him to breathe. Into the corner again, going off of the turnbuckle, but this time rebounds with a spear. Beautifully done, but yes, like I said, making it hard to breathe. Chango having to take some time to recoup from all the damage that's been done, and like a Victorian lady, Joe Barton fans life back into Bruce Wayans. Chango now pulling down the straps. Oh, close your eyes, the tutu comes off. Uses distraction, not unlike Bruce Wayans used his tie, and is able to deliver a devastating lariat. Chango now setting up, calls for his line, and another clothesline. Bruce Wayans, though, not easy to chop down, scooped into a black hole slam, goes for the pin, 2. That's it, folks. Bruce Wayans gets a W for the Black Horseman. Keeping this sprinter's pace, today we will see Craig Washington IV make his official debut against William Cutting. And in our main event, Tombstone Jesus looks to take back the core championship, which he feels Sinn Bodhi stole. Now let's turn backstage.
You know, Rekka, I've really been looking forward to you coming and seeking your revenge, like the savage that you are. Instead of that, you're holding your man's hand on the way to the emergency room. I'll be waiting.
Introducing first, from Slaughterhouse, New Mexico, weighing 185 pounds, William Cutting.
It was 2 weeks ago, William Cutting was viciously strangling Dr. Psycho, and Craig Washington IV, a student at the DCW Academy, came out and leveled Cutting. Where's Cutting going? Official says, doesn't matter. Our senior official is not happy, nonetheless.
And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Psycho, from Oakland, California, weighing 385 pounds, Craig Washington IV.
Without a doubt, the largest athlete on the roster, Craig Washington IV, 385 pounds, and a stare that would stop a rhino in its tracks. I am excited to see what this young man can do in the ring. Our ring announcer, JV, he said he was being accompanied by Psycho, and while this man who's with Craig Washington IV has some resemblance to Dr. Psycho. I mean, where's the crazy face paint? And here he comes. Cutting, looking to get some retribution for what he thought was a blindside. I mean, we saw what happened 2 weeks ago. Cutting was ready to kill Dr. Psycho. It was gross. And Washington came out to the aid of Dr. Psycho. Now, I don't have any tape. I haven't seen anything from Washington yet. But just out of appearances, Cutting by far has a speed and stamina advantage in this match. Speed, definitely, but are those strikes going to do anything to a man of such girth? So far, seemingly like a mosquito to the Lion. Cutting, going for a waist lock, but not able to lock up anything on the big man. Bounces off and goes to the ground. I mean, Washington is a sequoia. Now, going for perhaps a backpack stranglehold. Washington seems to be waning a little bit here. Psycho, heavily invested in this match. I'm interested to see kind of what's going on between the two of them. Oh, gosh. Easily shed off. And Cutting goes into the corner. Such an interesting growth we've seen out of Cutting, from being so dependent on Dr. Psycho now to striking out on his own. I can do this all night, he tells Washington. Again, Washington misses. Cutting rebounds and goes in with a forearm strike, but seemingly not able to move this D11 Caterpillar-size opponent he has in front of him. And Cutting, not known for having any sort of a tolerance for frustration, always turning to quick anger, and I'm afraid right now he may be in trouble. Washington pulls Cutting to his feet. Cutting still on the offensive, able to block and lock up an arm. Cutting now literally on his heels. Oh my gosh! Shades of Edmund Honda. Palm strikes are devastating. Oh my gosh! I have never seen anything like that. Oh my gosh! Washington is a force of nature. That was insane. Not just the power, but the speed. Oh, and now, oh my gosh, choking, Cutting into the rope. Oh, look at Cutting can't even. Oh, now this is too much. He just shoved our senior official Johnny Utah, and he is calling for it. The match is over. This is done. But goodness sakes, Craig Washington IV is here, folks. And I think the entire locker room has just been put on notice. In the wake of what happened earlier today in the parking lot, Tom Chad has a message for Manny Lemons backstage.
Manny, I'm cashing this in, brother. Next week, I'm winning that DCW heavyweight title. Speaking of that DCW heavyweight title, we wouldn't even have one if it wasn't for Tom Chad. We wouldn't even have this building at the Gateway if it wasn't for Tom Chad. Without Tom Chad, you'd be down in that crap hole warehouse across from the battered women's shelter. Well, I'll be sending you there again next week. Manny, you're not just gonna use me to get pops out of your lemon heads. Tom Chad's the reason why DCW's on the map. We're the reason we got that TV deal. Without Tom Chad, this place is crap.
Sinn, Bodhi, you think you could come in my house with MK, break house rules, and just stroll off in the sunset with my core championship? I can see you're not from these parts, son, because around here, you screw me, you get the ass whooping your mama never gave you.
The following contest is for the Devotion Championship Wrestling Core Championship.
Words from Tombstone Jesus. He is clearly not happy about having his almost 150-day reign interrupted by Sinn, Bodhi, and perhaps even more so by Matthew Robles. But things were exacerbated last week when Sinn, Bodhi blindsided Tombstone Jesus backstage. And here is the warlord of weird himself, Sinn, Bodhi. A staple at the Snake Pit in Las Vegas, Nevada, this man is otherworldly, to say the least. He is our core champion.
The following contest is...
Oh, and right off the bat, these two are going at it. Our commandant of officials, referee Dewey Larson, has called for the bell. We couldn't have anyone better in the ring to try and rein in the lunacy of Sinn Bodhi and his Machiavellian manager, Matthew Robles. Oh, down goes Sinn Bodhi. Tombstone Jesus so far making good on his threats. Sinn Bodhi out on the ropes. Tombstone Jesus rushes in, pulls Bodhi back up. Wait a second. This is a Sinn Bodhi teeter-totter. Commandant of officials, Dewey Larson, doing a good job, though, making sure both competitors adhere to the rules of the ring. And Tombstone looking to add some speed to his force. It does not equal power when he meets the boot of Sinn Bodhi. Sinn Bodhi not happy with the response from the devoted faithful. And to no one's surprise, Matthew Robles having words for his critics. Now, on paper, these two should be extremely evenly matched, but there's no such thing as an even match when Matthew Robles is anywhere, not even in the building, I would even say inside the same state. Now the pendulum swinging on the side of the Tombstoners, the Tombstonerverse, the devoted faithful, I would even dare say, as Tombstone Jesus climbs the ropes to deliver his patented Red Cliff's Cleaver. Oh, Bodhi on the far side of the official with a mandible claw pulls down Tombstone's head into a sort of turnbuckle full Nelson. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, there is nothing funny about that, though. Right between the uprights, give him 3 points. I think that kick was good. And right here shows the veteran brawler that is Sinn Bodhi. Much like Billy Kincaid, Bodhi continues serving up 31 flavors of pain and anguish. But there is no Al Simmons coming to save Tombstone Jesus. He's gonna have to be like Spawn and fight his way out of this hell for the core championship. 1, 2, Tombstone gets a shoulder up. And yes, of course, Matthew Robles is there to argue. And Tombstone Jesus being pulled up by his hair as Sinn Bodhi clamps down on the trapezius muscles. And look at the sadistic pleasure on the face of the Freak Show founder. Now, the trapezius muscle is very thin and broad, and it lies just below the skin, so the nerves are extremely vulnerable. And, oh gosh, of course, Matthew Robles doing what Matthew Robles does. And with the interference, Sinn Bodhi locks on a mandible claw. Oh, sickening. It is sickening. It almost feels like Sinn Bodhi is just digging deep into his quiver of sick and twisted tactic. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it doesn't get any weirder. The self-choke slam onto the already supine Tombstone Jesus goes for the cover. And now Tombstone rolls through. Oh, and Bodhi right back on the offense. He is definitely not finished toying with Tombstone Jesus. Now going for another of his second. Oh, Tombstone Jesus rolls out of the way. Did you see Sinn Bodhi's head bounce? Oh my, 1, 2, oh, and he's hooked his nose. He's hooked his nose. Oh, this is, oh, Sinn Bodhi makes Pennywise seem like Ronald McDonald. This is horrible. Our official checking on Tombstone Jesus, making sure he can continue. Tombstone looking to turn the tide with some offensive strikes here. Battling from off of his knees. Oh, goodness sakes. And Sinn Bodhi loves this. This is his jam. This is what he loves more than anything. Dealing out pain and messing with people's minds. Bodhi calling over the official to look at his mouth, and in the meantime, the greatest outside agitator of them all does what he does best. And what he does, well, it ain't pretty, folks. Speaking of ain't pretty, what has Sinn Bodhi got planned? Oh, good night, Irene. And it's all a game for Sinn Bodhi. He loves it. Grabbing the official, going for a cover. 1, 2. Tombstone Jesus, again, able to kick out. He's still got so much fire in his belly, he cannot give up. And rightfully so. He doesn't want to let anyone down, especially his Tombstoners and the devoted faithful. Whipping Bodhi into the corner, delivers a beautiful lariat, seconded, and now a great basin back elbow. Tombstone Jesus has found it. He's dug deep, and he's not even going to let Matthew Robles stand in his way at this point. Tombstone enacting in the ring what all of us wish we could do to Matthew Robles as he now goes to the top rope. Are we going to see it, folks? Over the mountain neck breaker. It's done. He goes for the cover. 2. That's it, folks. We have a new core champion. Listen to this place. The fans couldn't be happier. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to tune in next week as Marlon Bishop looks to exact some revenge for being blindsided by Josh Glade. Also next week, the Brother Smith defend their tag team championship against the Grunt Style Stable. And in our main event, this has just been made official. Tom Chad is cashing in his #1 contendership against former best friend Manny Lemons. On behalf of DCW, I'm Lauren Gardner, and until next time, stay devoted.
Now I will kill you.